there's something called the cofunction identities. And what they tell us is we can relate two different trig functions around 90 degrees to one another. So sine of 90 degrees subtracted by any angle x, that's the same thing as cosine of x. And you can test this with your calculator. If I do, let's say, sine of 50, 50 degrees, oh, I'm in wrong, there we go, 50 degrees sine, that's 0.7666. And what this is saying is that the complementary angle of cosine should be the same. So if I use 50 degrees, the complementary angle would be 40 degrees. Remember, complementary angles are two angles that would add up to be 90. So if I hit cosine of 40 degrees, we get the same thing, right? So sine and cosine, they're equal to each other if they have complementary angles. So up here, we're given cosecant y times cosine pi over 2 minus y, and we're asked to simplify that. This is 90 degrees just in radians, right? So we have a cofunction identity that says if you have cosine of 90 minus some variable, that's equal to sine of that variable, because this is complementary angle, right? So we got cosecant y, can't simplify anything with that, but we can change cosine of pi over 2 minus y. That's equal to sine. So every time you see cosine 90 minus x, that's equal to sine of x. Anytime you see sine of 90 minus x, that's equal to cosine of x. That's the big idea with this problem. And now we can keep simplifying because cosecant of y, that's the reciprocal of sine. That's 1 over sine of y. So that's another way of rewriting cosecant. Same thing. And when you multiply these two things to each other, they cross cancel and leaves us with just 1. So this statement up here is equal to 1.